It's my pleasure now to welcome our distinguished speaker, Kimberly Jones. Kim embodies the epitome of excellence in education, and her extensive educational career has equipped her with a profound understanding of the transformative power of literature and pedagogy. For 18 years, Kim has dedicated herself to shaping young minds as a high school English teacher with the Chapel Hill Carrboro City Schools. Her academic journey began here at Wake Forest, where she pursued her bachelor's degree in English and then her master's degree in education. Kim's passion for education extends beyond the classroom. She is a fervent advocate for Holocaust and human rights education, serving as the regional site director for TOLI, a leading national nonprofit in this field. Additionally, her role as an education consultant for PBS underscores her commitment to advancing educational initiatives at the state and the national level. Throughout her career, Kim has championed innovative teaching methodologies that prioritize cultural relevance and inclusivity, empowering educators nationwide to create dynamic learning experiences. Her accolades include recognition by Governor Roy Cooper and the North Carolina African American Heritage Commission for her contributions to public education across the state. She was also awarded the North Carolina Attorney General's Dogwood Award, further underscoring her significant contributions to public education and the broader community. In 2023, she received the Borough's Welcome Fund North Carolina Teacher of the Year Award, a testament to her exceptional teaching and leadership. Today, we are privileged to hear from a true trailblazer in education, someone who embodies the transformative impact of dedicated educators. A special thank you to Alan Brown and Leah McCoy in the Department of Education for nominating Kim as today's speaker. Now, please join me in welcoming Kimberly Jones as she shares her insights on the life-changing power of public education and the profound legacy of passionate teaching.
Good afternoon. It is a pleasure to be with you all. I was talking with a friend earlier who has followed me throughout this journey as Teacher of the Year, and they asked if I was nervous about this afternoon's address. And I had to be honest and tell them not really. Every day I stand in front of over 100 15 and 16-year-olds. This comparatively should be a walk in the park. Esteemed faculty, family, friends, and most importantly, the remarkable graduates of the Graduate School of Arts and Sciences, it is truly an honor to stand before you today as a proud double deacon, an advocate for public education, and most importantly, as a high school English teacher with a captive audience. Though it deeply pains my need for formative assessment to track your learning, you won't need to take notes or make annotations. With sincere apologies to Dr. McCoy, Dr. Brown, and my beloved former professor, the late Joseph Milner, due to time constraints, I have also eliminated the Socratic seminar that was intended to be the summative assessment due to limitations on our time. As I look out at this sea of accomplished individuals, I'm inspired by the countless hours of dedication, sacrifice, and perseverance that have brought you to this moment. Each of you have undertaken a journey of intellectual discovery, fueled by a passion for learning and a commitment to excellence. Congratulations on this incredible milestone. I know that even as we sit in the ceremony, many of us, most of us, quite honestly, are anxiously anticipating what comes next. Not only hearing your name or the name of a loved one called and celebrating that achievement today, but tackling the next big challenges, further education, embarking on new careers, and ultimately making meaningful contributions and advancements in your respective fields. This forward thinking is very likely one of the contributing factors that has brought you to this point. But for the next few minutes, I'm going to ask that you suspend that part of your nature to embrace the joy and the beauty of this time and this space, and perhaps even to take a moment and look back. My mom says that my earliest desire to be a teacher emerged when I was roughly 3 or 4 years old on the front porch of our double-wide mobile home in a tiny rural town in the Sand Hills of North Carolina. I'd line up my stuffed animals and proceed to teach them using the little golden books in my home library and reteaching the pre-K materials my mom would pick up from the County Cooperative Extension and local primary school. I didn't go to a formal preschool like many of my peers. As is the case with many working class families, it was not financially possible. Instead, my parents made the decision for my dad, a nursing home janitor, to work a first shift job, and my mom to work third shift in the local textile factory so that she could be at home during the day to teach me and in case my older brother needed her while at school. These days of front porch preschool are why I will always credit my mother as my first and most important teacher. Take a moment and think about your own educational journey. Who would you consider your first teacher? How did they make you feel about learning? Your very first teacher. By the way, y'all, this is not a rhetorical question. On the count of 3, I would like for you to say that person's name out loud in a moment of acknowledgement for their role in helping you to reach this point. 1, 2, 3. Thank you. Thank you so much for indulging me. If there's one thing I learned as an educator during the pandemic, teaching into a silent void sucks. My mom made me anticipate learning. While I don't remember the specifics of our front porch curriculum, I do remember the excitement I felt at beginning to master numbers and letters and taking my first steps into reading and writing. I remember feeling empowered at beginning to learn about the world and the power of my voice in it. I remember meeting my older brother at the bus stop each afternoon, excited to tell him all that I had learned about in school that day. I figured out really quickly, when you learned things, you had things to talk about that big people were willing to listen to. Now, this was not an exceptional awakening by any means. The truth is that even the youngest students understand the essential relationship between knowledge and agency. The more we learn, the more freedom, respect, and autonomy we gain. This is why toddlers are so enamored with the question, why? They inherently understand that our world is made more accessible when they understand the systems and principles at work around them. Kids are empowered by every new practice they can make sense of and every question they're allowed to ask. Children are keen observers of the world in action, and they are constantly assessing and evaluating its justness, equity, and the visiting of those principles upon themselves. If you doubt it, watch what happens if you split a cookie unevenly between 2 toddlers. No one can tell you about equity better than our students. This truth never changes. Every day, teachers have the opportunity to equip students with new knowledge, and in doing so, expand their worlds, their access, empower their voices, and aid in their quests for equity and justice. In my 18 years as a public school teacher and in my incredible year of service as North Carolina's Teacher of the Year, I have had the gift and privilege of witnessing firsthand the transformative impact that education can have on the lives of students. Every day as a teacher, I am reminded of and motivated by the words etched into the very fabric of our university, pro humanitate. These words, for humanity, serve as a guiding principle, reminding me that education is not merely a means to an end, but a key that unlocks innumerable doors, and at its best, a catalyst for positive change in the world. In my classroom, I strive to instill in my students a love for learning and a sense of purpose. I challenge them to think critically about the world around them and to empathize with those whose voices are often unheard. Through literature, we explore the complexities of the human experience, fostering empathy and understanding across cultural divides. Through writing, I empower my students to find their own voice, to share their identities and experiences, and to advocate for change in their communities. And through collective dialogue, we create a space where diverse perspectives are not only welcomed, but celebrated and affirmed. In this way, the power of education extends far beyond the walls of my classroom. It becomes a pathway to opportunity, a force for social justice, and a beacon of hope for future generations. While I am proud and privileged to call myself a teacher by profession, I am also acutely aware that each and every one of us has the capacity to be a teacher in our own right. I teach because I fundamentally believe that through education, the past does not have to be a prologue. People can be educated and empowered to build a better, more just world. However, this transition is not just a passive inevitability. As James Baldwin noted, not everything that is faced can be changed, but nothing can be changed until it is faced. We all have the power to lean in and tackle the pressing issues of our respective professions, engaging in meaningful questions grounded in the social, political, artistic, scientific, health, environmental, and other challenges of our world. Whether you pursue a career in academia, in business, in science, in healthcare, or the arts, you will have the opportunity to share your knowledge and expertise with those around you. You will have the power to inspire, to mentor, to educate and uplift those around you. And in doing so, you too will be living out the greatest embodiments of pro humanitate. As you embark on this next chapter of your journey, I urge you to never underestimate the impact you can have on the world. Embrace every opportunity to teach and to be taught. Seek out moments of connection and understanding in a society that is growing ever more siloed into echo chambers of homogeneous ideas and confirmation bias. It is imperative that we commit ourselves to actively engaging in healthy, respectful, and most importantly, factual dialogue and discourse. As future leaders in your fields, you will be uniquely positioned to guide others toward the pursuit of knowledge, even as they observe a world where the path of ignorance seems easier, far more populated, and full of easy answers to complex problems. Never lose sight of the profound opportunity and responsibility that comes with the privilege and gift of education. So, to the graduates of the Wake Forest University Graduate School of Arts and Sciences, I leave this bit of homework. Go forth with courage and conviction. Be bold in your pursuit and sharing of knowledge, and relentless in your commitment to leaving the world better than you found it. Understand that the greatest legacy that you will live and will live after you will be in what you share and teach to those behind you. You've now received your assignment. The world awaits your brilliance. And if this high school English teacher can leave you a few final pointers, remember to show your work, don't forget to proofread for grammar and mechanics, and always provide evidence to support your claims. Thank you, and once again, congratulations.